Welcome back to my channel, fellow mystics. It's been a while, and I am launching a channel specific to diving into the occulted history of our world, where I'll be taking you guys down the deepest, darkest depths of the rabbit hole to discover the most profound light. Like a journey with Alice into Wonderland, where you realize what ancient mystic secrets have been kept, the true nature of our spirit world, and the synchronicity of karma, and how magic is not just something make-believe. We will break down sacred geometry and modern metaphysics, unraveling the divine mysteries of the universe, the cosmos, and human existence, from the Merkaba to the Tetragrammaton. And to gain a better understanding of everything, we first need to understand the spells of the English language that have been cast upon the masses by the wizard elites. So stick around and join me for the first video in this series, going into the massive rabbit hole of enlightenment I've been led down. And I believe it is only right I share the mysteries of who you are and where you really live. Today, we'll explore the intricate relationship between the structure of Solomon's temple, the interplay of the sun and the moon, Tesla's understanding of electromagnetism, and the esoteric arts as interpreted by ancient mystics, Gnostics, and Hermeticists. Together, we'll delve into numerology, cosmology, human anatomy, and how these seemingly disparate aspects weave into one cohesive divine plan. Solomon's temple, often revered in esoteric traditions, serves as a cosmic blueprint, symbolizing not just a physical structure but the architecture of the human body and soul. According to ancient teachings, the temple represents the human mind and spirit, with the sacred temple of God residing within each of us. This parallels how the cerebrum, the largest part of the brain, is our personal temple. The temples of our head, both literally and figuratively, hold the potential for divine insight. The cerebrum, or cerebral or seraphim bull, ties into the zodiac sign of Taurus, representing the sacred bull of ancient times. This connection between the human brain and celestial bodies highlights how mystics saw the human body as a microcosm of the macrocosmic universe. But the temple doesn't just represent a physical form, it also mirrors the structure of the cosmos. Esoterically, the sun represents the masculine electric force, while the moon represents the feminine magnetic force. These forces interact through an electromagnetic toroidal field, forming the ether that permeates all existence. Solomon's temple, then, becomes not just a place of worship, but a sacred diagram of the cosmos and the energies that move through it. In esoteric cosmology, the sun and moon are far more than mere celestial bodies. The sun symbolizes the electric masculine energy, fire, light, and creation. The moon, by contrast, embodies the magnetic feminine force, water, reflection, and intuition. These two forces work in harmony within the fabric of the universe, akin to the concept of yin and yang in Eastern philosophy. Tesla's theories on the universe resonate deeply with these ancient understandings. Tesla believed that the universe operated on principles of electromagnetism, and that the ether, a subtle substance filling all space, was the medium through which energy moved. This aligns with the Hermetic teaching of as above, so below, where the actions of the macrocosm, the universe, are mirrored in the microcosm, human beings. By mastering the interaction between these electric and magnetic forces, ancient magicians and mystics could manipulate reality, understanding the essence of magic itself as the art of controlling the electromagnetic field within the ether. This is the secret of magnetism, its very name derived from the word magic, because to control magnetism is to control the subtle forces that shape our reality. Numbers have always held sacred significance in both religious and mystical traditions. They are seen as the language of the universe, revealing hidden truths about existence. One key number is 864,000, the diameter of the sun in miles, which is also the product of multiplying 108 by 8,000. This sacred number corresponds to other important cosmic ratios, linking the sun's size to cycles of time and space. The number 666, often feared, also holds deep numerological significance. Instead of being inherently malevolent, it symbolizes material creation and manifestation. In esoteric numerology, it corresponds to the number 9, which represents completion, wholeness, and the return to the source after a full cycle. Phi, the golden ratio, and pi are crucial to understanding the sacred geometry of the universe. Phi appears in nature's design, from the spirals of galaxies to the proportions of the human body. Pi, meanwhile, is the circle's eternal measure, embodying the cycle of time, seasons, and the cosmos itself. By understanding these numerical codes, mystics could decode the relationships between the cosmos and the human soul. The ancient Egyptians revered Isis, Ra, and El as deities, but their significance goes beyond mythology. Esoterically, these names correspond to aspects of the human brain and spirit. Isis represents the feminine, intuitive, and emotional side of the brain, the right hemisphere. Ra, the sun god, symbolizes the logical, analytical, and masculine side, the left hemisphere. El, often seen as God or the pineal gland, represents the seat of spiritual insight, the all-seeing eye that unites both hemispheres in divine balance. Together, these form Israel, the union of the left and right hemispheres in alignment with the divine. This union mirrors the mystical concept of wrestling with God or coming into alignment with one's higher self. The word Solomon derives from Sol, sun, the sacred sound, and On, light. Esoterically, Solomon's temple is the human brain, with the sacred temple area on the sides of the head reflecting this structure. Mystics understood the temple to be the seat of higher consciousness, a place where the soul and mind could ascend. The soul of man is symbolized by Solomon's temple. Just as the sun is the source of life, so too is our soul the source of light within us. The temple represents the spiritual architecture of our being, with the sun as the guiding force of life. In esoteric teachings, the human body is a map of the cosmos. Every body part correlates with the celestial force. The 33 vertebrae of the spine represent the steps to enlightenment, akin to the steps of Jacob's ladder. The pineal gland is the seat of spiritual insight, the third eye of ancient traditions corresponding to El, or God. Pisces represents the feet, the grounding force of the body, while Aries, the ram, rules the head, the place of intellect and initiation. The Dead Sea and Jordan River symbolize the cerebrospinal fluid that flows from the base of the spine, Kundalini energy, to the brain, where it reaches enlightenment, the land of milk and honey, representing the pineal gland and pituitary gland. The sacred bull, often revered in ancient cultures, is an embodiment of the Taurus energy, linked to the cerebrum, bull or ram of Aries. The interplay of body and cosmos can be seen in every tradition, from Gnostic teachings to Hinduism, where the cow is a sacred symbol of nurturing and fertility. In Tesla's vision of the universe, the ether plays a central role. He saw the universe as a non-rotating, non-stationary field where the ether transmitted electromagnetic energy. This view is similar to the ancient concept of the toroidal field, a self-sustaining vortex of energy surrounding the Earth and everything in it. The toroidal field, like the ether, is the medium through which electromagnetism operates. It governs the movement of the sun, moon, and planets, creating cycles of energy that influence both the physical world and human consciousness. Through an understanding of these forces, ancient mystics could align themselves with the cycles of time, nature, and the stars. The word angel derives from the word angle, symbolizing the arc of light or energy. Angels, in esoteric traditions, are seen as messengers of divine light, whereas fallen angels symbolize the fall of spirit into matter. In geometry, an angle represents a point of intersection, and in the heavens, angels represent points where divine energy intersects with the material world. Just as light bends through a prism to form a spectrum, so too do angels or beings of light bend into physical form, creating life and matter. This is the mystery of creation, how divine energy, the light of the cosmos, falls into matter and gives birth to life as we know it. The bull has long been revered as a symbol of strength, fertility, and divinity. In many cultures such as Egypt and Hinduism, the bull is seen as sacred. In the Bible, the bull represents a parable, a teaching tool that uses symbols to convey deeper truths. The ox, often linked to Taurus, is another sacred symbol, representing patience, endurance, and divine will. The Bible, with its stories and teachings, can be seen as a book of parables, where the bull and ox symbolize the divine energies at work within us, shaping both our spiritual and physical realities. The universe operates in cycles, governed by sacred numbers. The number 9, for instance, represents the completion of a cycle. When you add up the angles of a circle, you return to 0, a symbol of completion and wholeness. Numbers like 666, 864, and pi all reveal the hidden structure of the cosmos. The interplay between these numbers shows the relationship between time, space, and matter. Pi. The essence of sacred geometry lies in its power to describe the universe's inherent order. Shapes like the triangle, square, pentagon, and circle are the building blocks of creation, symbolizing divine proportions found in the cosmos and within ourselves. Solomon's temple was designed with sacred geometry in mind. The measurements of its walls, chambers, and pillars reflect the divine ratios found in nature, such as phi, the golden ratio, and pi, which underlie the architecture of the universe. The vesica piscis, a shape formed by the intersection of two circles, represents the divine womb of creation. It symbolizes the union of opposites, male and female, heaven and earth, spirit and matter. In esoteric traditions, this symbol embodies the idea of birth and creation, with its almond shape often associated with the fish, a Christian symbol for Christ and the feminine generative power. At a deeper level, the vesica piscis also represents the structure of light itself. Light moves through space in waves, creating toroidal patterns, similar to the electromagnetic fields that surround planets, stars, and even our bodies. This is the secret of Solomonic light, the radiant energy that pervades all things and binds the universe together in a web of interconnectedness. Through understanding sacred geometry, one can tap into the divine frequencies that govern life, allowing us to better align with the cycles of time and space. These ancient symbols and shapes provide a map, guiding the soul on its journey toward higher consciousness. The number 33 holds profound significance in both esoteric and mystical traditions. In Freemasonry, the 33 degrees represent the stages of initiation, culminating in mastery of the spiritual and physical realms. This number also mirrors the 33 vertebrae in the human spine, a key symbol in both yoga and Kundalini practices, where energy rises from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, awakening enlightenment. Jacob's ladder, a biblical vision of angels ascending and descending a stairway to heaven, represents the same concept. The ladder's rungs are the steps to spiritual mastery, with 33 symbolizing the ultimate union between heaven and earth, body and spirit. In esoteric teachings, as the Kundalini energy rises, it activates the pineal gland located near the 33rd vertebra. This activation brings about heightened awareness and access to higher dimensions of consciousness, where one can perceive the divine plan in full. The ascent of the ladder is a metaphor for the soul's journey toward enlightenment, guided by the sacred knowledge of the cosmos. Astrology, the science of celestial movements, offers deep insights into how the planets and stars influence not only events on Earth, but also human anatomy and psychology. Ancient astrologers believed that each zodiac sign corresponds to a part of the body, linking the macrocosm, the universe, with the microcosm, the human being. Aries, ruled by Mars, governs the head and face, associated with intellect, leadership and action. Taurus, ruled by Venus, governs the neck and throat, linked to communication and material stability. Gemini, ruled by Mercury, governs the arms, lungs and nervous system, associated with duality, intellect and adaptability. Cancer, ruled by the Moon, governs the chest and stomach, representing nurturing, emotion and intuition. These correspondences extend to all 12 signs of the zodiac, with each sign influencing different aspects of health, personality and destiny. In alchemical terms, the movements of the planets reflect the transformation of the soul as it moves through different stages of life, evolving toward a state of wholeness. The Hermetic principle of as above, so below teaches us that what occurs in the heavens mirrors our internal journey. Just as the planets move through cycles, so too do we experience cycles of growth, death and rebirth. Understanding the zodiac's influence on the human body and psyche provides a roadmap for navigating these cycles with awareness and harmony. The pentacle, a 5-pointed star within a circle, is one of the most powerful symbols in the esoteric tradition. Each point of the star represents one of the 5 elements: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. The pentacle is a map of both the material world and the spiritual, showing how the elements interact to create balance and harmony in the cosmos and within ourselves. In alchemical practices, these elements correspond to different stages of transformation. Earth represents stability, grounding, and the physical body. Water symbolizes emotions, intuition, and the subconscious. Air is associated with intellect, communication, and thought. Fire embodies passion, will, and transformation. Spirit, at the top of the pentacle, unifies all the elements, representing the divine essence that permeates all of creation. By working with the pentacle, mystics could harness the power of these elements to bring about change, both within themselves and in the world around them. The pentacle also serves as a protective symbol, guarding against negative energies and aligning the practitioner with the forces of light. The circle surrounding the pentacle represents unity and infinity, the endless cycles of creation and destruction, life and death. In ritual magic, the pentacle is often used to invoke or banish specific energies, drawing upon the elemental forces to achieve balance and transformation. The chalice, often associated with the Holy Grail, is a symbol of divine wisdom and the feminine principle. In Christian tradition, the Holy Grail is the cup used by Christ at the Last Supper, and later sought after by knights in the Arthurian legends as the ultimate symbol of spiritual enlightenment. Esoterically, the chalice represents the womb of creation, the vessel through which divine knowledge is poured into the world. It is also a symbol of the feminine energy that balances the masculine principle of the sword or wand, which represents action and will. In alchemical traditions, the chalice is used in rituals to collect and transform energy. The Grail, in this sense, is not just a physical object, but a state of consciousness, where the seeker becomes the vessel for divine energy, receiving the mysteries of the universe through inner transformation. To seek the Holy Grail is to embark on a spiritual quest for ultimate knowledge and union with the divine. The path is fraught with trials and challenges, but those who succeed find themselves transformed, their souls illuminated by the light of wisdom. Throughout the ages, mystics, magicians, and alchemists have sought to understand the divine structure of the universe and their place within it. Solomon's Temple, the zodiac, the pentacle, and the chalice are all symbols that point the way toward this understanding. They teach us that we are not separate from the cosmos, but integral parts of a larger divine plan. The great work, as it is called in alchemy, is the process of spiritual transformation, where the base elements of the soul are refined into gold, the purest state of being. It is the journey of the soul, ascending Jacob's ladder, unlocking the mysteries of the cosmos through the study of sacred geometry, astrology, numerology, and the esoteric arts. In the end, the ultimate goal is enlightenment, the realization of our true nature as beings of light, connected to the stars, the planets, and the divine. By mastering the knowledge of the ancients and aligning ourselves with the cycles of time and space, we can achieve this state of harmony and become co-creators in the divine architecture of the universe. If you found this information useful, go ahead and hit the like button, as that would really help me out. And if you're not already subscribed, we're going to be bringing back a few different projects I've been working on, not only with the Kali Kush Kid brand, but a couple of other channels I've been working on content for launching, so stay tuned. And please subscribe and share, as it will definitely help the algorithm. Stay tuned for a new video every week, diving deep into the hidden world of the occult. Be a werewolf in the Matrix, don't be a follower, don't be a sheep. Stay up, fam. 33.